To access the collection's matters, select the Cases Parties button from the main menu. A list of the collection's files will be displayed, if the collection's case type is selected from the drop-down of case types. The system administrator can also set a filter, so collections users will only see collection files. The Debtor Info Questionnaire has fields for general information required for document merging and management of the case. There are several different types of fields used on the questionnaire. Many of the fields are simply memo fields. They will hold as much text as you type into them. An example of this is the co-debtor name field. Others have special characteristics when you click on the controls associated with the field. We'll click on the control for the debtor's gender field. This calls a drop-down that allows us to choose the gender from a list. Lookup fields allow locating persons from our contact database. The lookups have been set to only display certain types of persons. For example, when we click on the control associated with the debtor attorney field, a list will appear. This list has been restricted to only show persons with the role of attorney. If the attorney you need is not currently in the contact database, you can click on the New button and add them. For your convenience, selecting a control associated with a date field will display a calendar. Of course, you can also type the date directly into the field. Using the slide bar on the side of the screen allows the display of the rest of the Debtor Info Questionnaire. Most firms modify this questionnaire to suit their specific needs. All fields that are needed for document merging or reporting must be in a field for the matter. The collections questionnaire is also associated with each matter. This questionnaire actually has the information specific to the loan being collected. It's divided into two parts. The top part is for the pre-judgment data. Type in the interest date, interest rate, principal amount and any stipulation that applies. New collection files will initially not have any information under the Collections tab. Select the Initialize Pre-Judgment Interest button. This will launch a process that makes the necessary entries for tracking this case. It also calculates the interest due through the current date. After the process completes, the Collections tab will be populated with all necessary entries. If you notice there was an error, the entries can be cleared by selecting the Clear Pre-Judgment button. It is recommended that you secure the Clear button so only a supervisor can clear entries. Once a judgment has been entered, fill out the post-judgment section of the questionnaire. When it is completed, click on the Initialize Post-Judgment Interest button. This will cancel the pre-judgment entries and start the process over again with the newly calculated values. The interest calculation program can be set up to calculate interest automatically each morning before the users start work. However, in the event a correction is posted to an account and an updated interest calculation is needed, the user can update the interest with the new entries by selecting the Calculate Interest button. The Ledger Statement button simply prints a ledger statement for the current matter. This will be covered in the Reports section. Last payment date, last payment amount, next payment due, payment interval, recorded records book and recorded records page are not critical to the operation of the interest program, but may be used as needed. The Admin tab also needs to be completed before your matter setup is complete. You can assign the responsible attorney or staff member for the matter, the billing attorney, the paralegal or legal assistant, and the client. Only the responsible attorney and client are required. If the matter was initiated from the accounting program, no additional information is necessary. You may wish to add the status. Select the status ellipsis. A drop-down of all available status codes will appear. Pick the one you wish to assign to the case. Each of the contacts, sometimes called entities, that have been selected from the Questionnaires or Admin tab can be linked to the matter. You can see all entities linked to the case by selecting the Relationships tab. Doug Partridge was in the contact database as an attorney. In this specific case, he is the debtor attorney. The Related Role field shows each entity's relationship to this specific case.